All right, here we are again at the 2010 Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show. We're with Keith Ball again, Bandit of Bikernet. And Keith has a second bike to show us. This one is entered in the freestyle class. Keith, tell us what you did and what your thoughts were in building this bike.
Well, my girlfriend had a Sportster, and she was really uncomfortable on it. It was too high. She felt it was too gangly. She didn't like the way it handled. She wanted something with a little more center of gravity. So we built her this bike with a craft deck frame, and it's basically, you know, a little bobber style bike. It's actually got a stock original VL front end from the 30s on it, and the drivetrain is all Harley Davidson, but it's all late model Harley Davidson, and the bike is just a really tight, very reliable little bobber, and it's got great low center of gravity. You know, people don't realize that guys have been riding rigid frames for all these years, and they think, well, why the hell do they ride rigid frames? They don't have any suspension. You know, what's the deal? Well, the reason they ride a rigid frame, and especially a Harley Davidson rigid frame, is that they're very narrow. The bikes are very light. This bike weighs a good 150 pounds, maybe more, 175 pounds, less than a stock Softail. Wow. You know, so it's light, it's agile, it's got a great low center of gravity. They really handle like a dream. They're really fun to ride.
I must tell you, the first thing that strikes me, not only the fact that it's a Springer, but the paint job on this bike is just remarkable. Tell us how you came up with the idea and who did the actual work.
Well, actually, the bike was built by Kent Weeks, Lucky Devil Motorwerks in Houston, Texas. The guy's an exceptional builder. And, you know, I'm not sure how we came up. Maybe it was Nyla, my girlfriend. She wanted something that had sort of a tan and a brown or a root beer. You know, it's a root beer float. And
that's the name of the bike, right?
Yeah, it's the root beer float, and Kent did all the base paint work, and then another gentleman in Houston handled all the pinstriping and the graphics. Yeah, it's an amazing paint job. It's really classical.
Now, did you pick the seat out after the paint job and the bike had been done, or was the seat picked out prior to, or how did that happen in the scheme of things?
Well, the seat was actually etched, hand tooled in Australia by a gentleman by the name of Glenn Priddle, and he did it based on Nyla's requests and the design. And then Heather New from Canada, she did the engraving on the bike, and that's all hand engraved.
That's really beautiful. That's all freestyle work, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is truly an international bike. You've got the country of Australia, the country of Texas, and California.
Yeah, and California and Canada. Yeah, it's spread out. Great little motorcycle.
Well, thanks so much for sharing it with us. I'm sure Nyla enjoys riding it when she does get around to riding it.
Yeah,
but it's a great looking bike, and thanks for bringing it on the show with us. We'll see you next time.
You bet.